Oh, my YouTube live hasn't started. I'll repeat it. Hello, YouTube. Hello. So I was just discussing how Black Unicorn started. And it started because I had a nervous breakdown, okay? It was like 2016, and I was just still sitting there wondering why these people are like trying to fight with me, argue with me, everything. And it was like principals at the schools. Like it wasn't like just random people on the street. These are actually people who give me jobs so that they can stalk me and take stuff from me. And I'm talking about they would just have people arguing with me, going through my stuff, coming into my classroom, messing with my food, following me home, all types of stuff. So you just like, what the hell is going on? So I actually start with the rape story. I actually start with how the alphas set up like something where they write down what type of sex I have. Even after I dated two alphas, like full alphas. And I was also friends with a line of alphas too. So then also the Sigmas. I dated a Sigma. Then they tried to set me up in some shit too. So they were the ones that set up the rape. So you're just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So y'all, I just ended up doing my first show, and all it was just my rape story. And I think I have it on Shanteschuler. Now Shante Lakeisha Schuler. I have it on that site. I mean, I have it on that YouTube. So then I went ahead and I just started my podcast, and then I was just like podcasting every day about the stalking. So every day I have like I start with this happy intro. Hey guys, it's Shante under brown sugar talk on Black Unicorns. And y'all, I was so nice. Like I was so nice when I first started. I was just super nice because I was like, what's going on? If you listen to my first shows where it's just podcasts, all I'm doing is asking, what's going on at this school? Like, why are they doing this to me? Y'all, all of it relates back to when we were little in East St. Louis, all this different stuff. This person has been really stalking me. So, and trying to feel my soul, trying to feel my feelings, all types of stuff. So this person is really stalking me, like trying to make me into some type of science experiment or something. So finally, I'm just like every day doing it. All of a sudden, they get into an argument with me and want me out of the school. So then I moved to a different school, but in the same district. All the time, y'all, I'm going back to the district and telling them, hey, something's not right. Like, I don't know what's going on. These people are trying to mess with me. They never wanted my son to go to the school in the district, all type of stuff. It was just like all type of stuff. It's not me. So it's like this person, and I'm thinking it's white people, wrote this stuff down and wanted me to repeat somebody else's story. It's like I can't repeat her story because I'm not her. Like we ain't the same woman. This is not the same situation, darling. And so then they started helping her. Then you got the sororities helping her, the AKAs, and here comes the alphas and the sigmas again. I was just like, what is going on? I have forgotten all of this stuff about my life for real. I'm just like, I just want to work. All I remember is I want to be in a middle class situation. I'm not even at $75,000 yet. I'm still at like 53. You understand? I should be close to 65. So serious. So I'm just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? I just keep doing the podcast and I start loving it. So now it's like 6 years of me doing Black Unicorns. So finally, I was like, this is evidence. This is straight up evidence from the days. It'll help me remember what happened. It'll help me remember what I was going through. And y'all, I was actually having fits of rage. Like I couldn't keep a counselor, so I just took it as a mental health situation. I started running. I started still doing the podcast because it was like I had to actually pack up and leave. I had to actually pack up and go again because somebody is now pushing me somewhere else. And so it's just like, who is this somebody and what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, these women are crazy. Come and find out they writing for America Horror Show. They're writing for Shonda Rhimes. They're writing for, and I'm talking about they have still been writing about me since I was little, since I was 4 years old, since the Cosby Show. And you just like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm talking about now that they tell them they not gonna pay them. It makes sense. It makes sense because most of the stuff actually like maybe 199.9% of the stuff you see on TV is from the Midwest. It's from this area. So, or something from our past or something like that. So that's what it actually turned into. Over the course of 6 years, I have learned who my stalkers. I don't know who they are, but I know what the stalkers do with the information that they have. I've also learned a lot more about the city and all the different stuff too. About like where the stalkers came from. They came from the altered mental hospital. Like they do know how to play with spirits, all type of stuff. You can look all that stuff up. But the other part is, it's like now we can just like kind of stop people from saying that somebody, like the Cosby thing. Like this morning I thought like somebody was talking about the Cosby stuff. Nobody wants to put it out there that they know that what I'm saying is the truth. It's Cosby and Kenya Barris. So listen, Kenya Barris has every detail of my life. Shonda Rhimes has every detail of my life, and they actually put it on TV. They actually put it on TV. Shonda Rhimes has been doing princess and queen films the whole time, right? And the whole time I've been existing. Okay, I don't work for the UK. The UK would have to work for me because I'm the real person. I'm the real person. Given by God, I'm the real person. So what's happened is it's like, um, if you have every detail, and I'm talking even Prince, oh my God, the stuff that I found out about Prince, like how he wrote the songs about June, how he had to immediately leave the house. Listen, my aunt's clothes are still in there from when I was 4 years old. When my cousins had to move into, I think they moved in when I was like 8. I was in third grade, second, third grade. My cousins moved into my grandmother's house. Listen, y'all, the clothes, my aunt's clothes and shoes are still, they saying they still there at their house in their closet. Do you understand what I'm saying? My aunt's clothes and shoes are still at the house. That's how quick we had to get out of the house. So you mean to tell me, and we still in the same area. So she was never able to go back and get her stuff. So she actually started wearing my grandmother's clothes. She never went back to the house to get anything. So now we are here. And like I said, if they have all of the stuff about the abuse, about when we were molested or raped or whatever, and they doing movies, oh, and Tyler Perry, and they doing movies about it, don't you think that that's a little strange? So for them to actually stop and put everything on um, Michael Jackson, and which Michael Jackson I think is our cousin or something like that, on Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby, then don't you think that's just simply strange? Because Bill Cosby doesn't know anything about us. And so all the stuff that they've been doing really is from pedophiles. Like it's like the stuff that they have that they've been showing you, all this great work you think these people do. Some of this stuff is actually notes from pedophiles and how they were stalking and torturing us. And I'm like, I'm talking about all 5 of us, me, my cousins, and my 2 sisters. Because my sisters were just born. So that's when they added Vanessa and the older sister, right? So you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is really going on? So that is like why Black Unicorns now, it has changed into, okay, how do we do research? How do we create cases and all this different stuff so that we know that now we can get paid for what we've been going through. I also started with the reparations case. So it just turned into a mental health show that actually just teaches you how to research your life. And I'm talking about, I really go through this stuff, the anxiety attacks, the PTSD, all this different stuff. So that's what Black Unicorns is. And now I don't even know what it could turn into. Now that I've finished and done the research, and now I know it's not an issue. Now the stalking is just still an issue. I still get stalked on a daily basis. Like a stalker is here now. They actually have the stalkers working at the offices and all this different stuff, which I think they probably set up for themselves. So it's like, how do I let these stalkers know this ain't got shit to do with you? None of this shit got nothing to do with you. So they killed my grandfather, and then they took the show. And I keep saying 1986. It was 1984 when it started. They killed my grandfather, took the show, and then that was it. So they were trying to cover up that they murdered my grandfather. So the way they did that was just like everybody in the city, I guess maybe they got something, or maybe everything became rent free. And so they would be like, well, she doesn't know what she's doing. And I was like 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm 4. I own all this stuff. I've never been able to go back to the house, anything. My grandfather actually built me the White House that's in Abilene, Texas, because I wanted to be president. And so they were trying to cover that up. So they'll have other people saying that that's what they wanted to do. And it was like, actually, this is my house. Like, this is the house. And he built it to my specifications, y'all. My specifications. It's still there. So it's they're saying it's abandoned. It's like they just kept stealing from the house. So once they steal, I guess my grandfather left notes and stuff, or we would make notes for Nikki and Terrell, right? So those are my 2 cousins because I want them to come play with me. So when they make the notes, these people are actually taking the stuff that we wrote for Nikki and Terrell and making it seem like it was something bad. Like it was something that we just, like, they just was so bad. And then they started acting like we ain't never had nothing. They ain't never had nothing in their life. So it was just like they would stalk Nikki and Terrell at school, stalk me at school. They started messing with my sister's education. They started messing with our confidence, all this, just using these government weapons, all this different stuff. And it's like we are really good at what we do. So I would be wondering, like, why do they have restaurants and we don't? And we the best cooks in East St. Louis. So they were actually holding us hostage the entire time. That's how I found out. Like, it's like, okay, so why don't we have this and we are the best at this? Why don't we have that and we the best at this? Why don't we have this and we the best at this? Why don't we live poor and we the best at this? So they actually were following them around and using these devices to make them forget stuff, fucking with their memory, possessing them because it's spirits. They use spirits here and stuff like that. They've been doing all this stuff my whole life, and I did not know, y'all, because I was so young. I didn't know their personalities, and at some point, I think I was like 2 or 3 when I finally remembered like how they woke me up one day, and it was just like, okay, you back to yourself. Like somebody used a spirit or something. Maybe it was too strong. I don't know if they were trying to take my soul. I don't know. But take my body. Um and I came back to myself. And it was like my grandmother's like, yeah, you woke now. This is you now. And so since then I've been like a medium too. And I was like, I don't want to do that either. It's not something that I can stop. But I don't want to do that shit either. Like I don't want to be here. So that's what Black Unicorns is going now. They actually kidnapped my son so I can stay here. It's like I don't have to do that. I don't have to be here. Like why would you want to force me to do that? That's against the law. And so everything this person does is against the law. And it's going to TV and it's going to radio and it's going to music and all this different stuff. So this fool did not realize that I knew Beyonce. That's my cousin. I'm Diana Ross's and Quincy Jones's goddaughter. Um, what else? It's just like it's so much stuff this person just never knew. And so now you trap the person that people are looking for. So they actually look for me. I've actually advised the presidency and everything. I've been doing that since I was 4 years old too. And so it's just the fact that they killed my grandfather and didn't know all his responsibilities. And when it was all looked at, the responsibilities, because he stayed with me all the time, all the responsibilities really did come to me. And I was able to just carry it out. And so that's the part that pisses me off. When they need a person to be a child, they want to come and say it's me. But when they need a person to be a woman, then they want to come and see it's me too. So that's the part that really gets to me. Men have been wanting to have sex with me since I was 3 years old because of the power that I supposedly possess. And that's something else. It's like now you move this into something sexual, and the entire time it's been innocence. And that was really Prince and who else did stuff? Who did music? It was Prince, and that's it. Because Michael didn't do that. Michael just used like stuff to make it like endearing. Like You Are Not Alone. That's a sweet song, and that's what my granddaddy told me. I don't want you to be by yourself. That's why he created the whole device or whatever where he talks to me all this different stuff. So it's like Michael Jackson just kept everything really endearing, and Prince just kept everything really nasty. And it's like, dude, that's like that is actually our biggest pains. He just made it into something just so sexual. And we were kids, we were children. So that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? So it's like all this stuff, it's like we need to go to We need a lawyer. I don't think we have to go to court. I think we just need everything signed back over to us. And that's it. That's all. It's just like get up out of our shit. The Kardashians was in that shit like the just like the people in the UK were. And it's like we don't have to do that for you. We don't have to share our culture with you. They were actually recording inside the house, I guess, so that we wouldn't tell people that my grandfather was dead. So they were recording us the entire time. And so it wasn't their business. So now that Issa Rae and all these people got a hold of all this stuff, it's like, don't you realize that was like a group of pedophiles? Because they want you to have sex. They want us to have sex. They wanted us to, you know what I'm saying, molest each other, all that type of stuff. There was a group of pedophiles. What grown people? I want to see the kids fuck. And then HBO was the first group of people to come out with what, kids? Remember that, kids? And they was hanging out in New York. It's just like that shit. Y'all really have to like get a grip of. This is information from pedophiles watching us all day. So that's it. That's it. So that's the evil that they say is whatever. Come to find out, every last one of these motherfucking people scared of me. Y'all, that is a really big kicker for me. They are afraid of me. Y'all, it is like I didn't even know that I possessed this type of power. I'm talking about I had no clue. And I'm not going to misuse it either. I never have. These people are deathly scared of me. And they keep trying to either bully me or try to get in my face about something. It's like, but I will whoop your ass. And if I don't whoop your ass, somebody will find a way to kill you. Like, these people don't even play. The people that actually try to protect me or still have to undercover protect me, they be killing these motherfuckers. It's like they not playing. They don't play. So it's like, yeah, that's the one thing that really has saved me, is just like come back here and realizing that I really did have people on my side. And how amazing it is to be myself. So that's what Black Unicorns is. Like it's I represent Native Americans, I represent Black people, I represent Jewish women, I represent it. Like it's just, that's what it is. It's like that's what it is for me. It is so great to be myself. It's great. I'm sorry, it is. And that's it. That's it. That's Black Unicorns. I don't know what it's turned into. That's why this month is just like, I'm going to teach y'all about my podcast, about my shows, and then hopefully by the end of this month, I'll have topics. But like I said, it's not something where I can now just be like, oh, this is just a mental health show, because it wasn't helping, because the people are truly crazy. Like, they are actually criminals that need to be locked up. They are crazy criminals. And so what can I do with that? What can I do but tell their ass to sit the fuck down? So that's it. Anyway, that's it. It's Shante, Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns, telling you guys to have a great day. Brown Sugar Talk is my host name, so that's why I use that. Black Unicorns is the show. And that's it. That's it. Oh, I was telling y'all why I did. Oh, yeah, but I hope y'all get why I did it by chapters. That's just so I keep the evidence clear. What addresses we were at and how we had to move and why we had to move. All those different things. What happened in those spaces. Who was following us. Because if something followed from somewhere else, then that means that's stalking. It's just a complete list of stalking. That's it. It's nothing else. And so that's how simple it is. And if anybody is coming to me with anything, saying anything, it's like, you don't have anything to do with it. Do you know who murdered my grandfather? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Because if you don't know that, then shit, you ain't got nothing to do with me. You ain't got nothing to do with my cousins or my sisters. You have no reason to think that you have to hold us hostage or be mean to us or anything. If we live in our own environment, in our own house, then how is that your business? I'm talking about actually recorded us inside our house so that my grandmother would not tell that they killed my grandfather. So that's it. We've been hostages the whole time. Have a great day.